Hey everyone, Jackson Galaxy here, and let me tell you, I've seen it all when it comes to cats and, well, pretty much anything new in their environment. And when it comes to bringing a newborn baby into a home with a cat, things can get a little, shall we say, interesting. But fear not, my friends, because just like we train cats to live harmoniously with dogs, other cats, and even the occasional vacuum cleaner, we can absolutely help them welcome a new baby into their world. Remember, cats thrive on routine and predictability, so a little preparation goes a long way. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the feline psyche and give you the tools to not only make this transition smooth, but to potentially foster a bond between your cat and your baby that's stronger than a catnip-fueled head scratch. So, buckle up, grab your laser pointers, and let's get started. All right, folks, first things first, before the little bundle of joy even sets foot in your home, we gotta lay the groundwork. And believe it or not, it all starts with smell. See, cats experience the world through their noses way more than we do. So, introducing your cat to the baby's scent before the big arrival is key. Grab a blanket, a onesie, anything with the baby's scent on it, and let your cat sniff it out. Don't force it, just leave it near their favorite hangout spot. They'll investigate on their own terms, and that's exactly what we want. We're going for curiosity, not fear, people. Next up, let's talk sound. Babies, as we all know, can be a little, vocal. To get your cat acclimated, play recordings of baby sounds at a low volume, gradually increasing it over time. This way, when the real deal arrives, those cries and coos won't be a complete shock to the system. Remember, slow and steady wins the race, especially when it comes to cats. Finally, let's talk boundaries. Now's the time to establish any off-limits areas for your cat, like the nursery or the changing table. You can use baby gates, deterrents like sticky tape, or even just a firm no and a gentle redirect. The key is consistency, people. We want your cat to understand the new rules of the game before the star player arrives. Okay, the big day has arrived. The baby's home and emotions are running high. But remember, we gotta keep our cool, especially around our feline friends. The first introduction should be all about observation, not interaction. Let your cat see the baby from a distance, maybe across the room. Let them sniff the air, watch you interact with the baby. The goal here is to satisfy their curiosity in a controlled environment. Now, if your cat seems calm and curious, you can reward them with treats or praise. We want to create positive associations with the baby's presence. But remember, no forcing interaction. Don't hold the cat near the baby if they're showing signs of stress. We're aiming for a marathon, not a sprint, people. Patience is key here. If your cat seems overwhelmed, that's okay. Just separate them and try again later. Remember, every cat is different. Some might warm up to the baby right away, while others might need a little more time. The important thing is to listen to your cat's cues and adjust accordingly. We're not trying to force a friendship here. We're creating an environment where one can blossom naturally. All right, let's talk supervision. This one's non-negotiable, folks. No matter how well adjusted your cat seems, never, and I mean never, leave them alone with the baby. Babies are unpredictable, cats are cats, and accidents can happen. It's always better to err on the side of caution. Now, when you are supervising their interactions, keep an eye out for your cat's body language. Are their ears pinned back? Are they hissing or growling? These are all signs of stress, and it's your cue to separate them immediately. On the flip side, if your cat is rubbing against the baby, purring, or even just hanging out nearby, those are all good signs. It means they're starting to accept the baby into their world. And speaking of interactions, now's a good time to teach your little one how to pet the cat gently. Show them how to stroke the cat's back, avoiding sensitive areas like the belly and tail. We're all about fostering a loving relationship here, but safety always comes first. Okay, let's talk about creating a cat-friendly environment in a home with a newborn. Remember, cats are territorial creatures, and they thrive on routine. So, even though there's a new sheriff in town, it's important to make sure your cat still feels like they have their own space. This means providing them with plenty of vertical space, like cat trees or shelves. Cats love to be up high, surveying their domain. It gives them a sense of security, which is especially important when they're adjusting to a new family member. Don't forget about hiding spots too. Cats need a place where they can decompress and escape the hustle and bustle, especially when that hustle and bustle involves a crying baby. This could be a cozy cat bed, a cardboard box, or even just a designated spot under the couch. The important thing is that it's their space, a place where they can go to feel safe and secure. Alright folks, let's talk hygiene. Now, I know you're already washing your hands a million times a day with a newborn in the house, but when you've got a cat in the mix, it's even more important. Cats can carry bacteria and parasites that, while harmless to them, can be harmful to infants. So, make it a habit to wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water after handling your cat, cleaning the litter box, or really anything cat-related. Speaking of the litter box, let's talk location. You want to keep it as far away from the baby's area as possible. Remember, babies explore the world with their mouths, and the last thing you want is your little one getting into the litter box. Trust me on this one. And while we're on the subject of keeping things clean, make sure you're regularly vacuuming and dusting to keep cat hair and dander under control. Babies are especially sensitive to allergens, so a little extra cleaning can go a long way in preventing any potential problems. Alright, let's talk about creating positive associations between your cat and your baby. Remember, cats are all about learning through association. So if they consistently experience good things when the baby is around, they'll start to associate the baby with those positive experiences. One way to do this is to give your cat treats or affection when the baby is nearby. This will help them connect the baby's presence with something they love. You can also try engaging your cat in playtime when the baby is around. Get that feather wand going or toss a toy mouse across the floor. Not only will this provide some much-needed enrichment for your cat, but it will also help them associate the baby with fun and excitement. And when it's time for some quiet time, try including your cat in those moments too. Drape a blanket over your lap while you're feeding the baby, or let your cat snuggle up next to you while you're reading a bedtime story. The more you can integrate your cat into your new family routine, the more comfortable and secure they'll feel. So, you've put in the work, you've followed the steps, but how do you know if it's really working? How can you tell if your cat and your baby are on their way to becoming the best of friends? Well, cats might not wear their hearts on their sleeves, but they do communicate their feelings through their behavior. One of the most obvious signs of a good relationship developing is curiosity without aggression. Your cat might approach the baby cautiously, sniffing them gently or even rubbing against them. They might even try to engage in play, batting at the baby's toes or trying to catch their fingers. Another positive sign is relaxation near the baby. If your cat seems comfortable napping near the baby, grooming themselves, or just hanging out in the same room, it's a good indication that they feel safe and secure in the baby's presence. And then, of course, there are the more overt signs of affection, like head boops, slow blinks, and purring. These are all ways that cats show affection to those they trust and care about. Now, it's important to remember that every cat is different, and some might take longer to warm up to a new baby than others. But if you're patient, consistent, and observant, you'll be amazed at the bond that can develop between your cat and your baby. So there you have it, folks. Bringing a newborn into a home with a cat can definitely be an adventure. But with a little preparation, patience, and a whole lot of love, it can also be an incredibly rewarding experience. Remember, cats are creatures of habit, so the key is to introduce change gradually and create a safe, predictable environment for them to thrive in. And who knows, with a little luck and a lot of love, you might just find your cat and your baby becoming the best of friends. Until next time, keep those tails twitching and those cuddles coming.